Hi, this is Steve Joel, Superintendent, Lincoln Public Schools, with a December video message to our great supporters of the Lincoln community. Uh, Folks that every day support public education in a way that allows for the performances that you're going to have an opportunity to experience in a few minutes to occur. And I am really pleased to be at Lincoln East today for a couple of reasons. One is it's an opportunity to get around a program that really works here, and as it does in all of our high schools, a program that connects kids in a very, very creative way to their individuality, to their collegiality, to open up horizons for them that ordinarily they wouldn't have an opportunity to experience if it wasn't for music. We'll have a chance to meet a couple of students that have taken full access and advantage of what Lincoln East has to offer, and led by two teachers, 2 of 5 in the music department, that every day try to figure out ways that they can get kids excited and motivated and ready to perform. And then we'll close with Ray Lowther, who's the supervisor of music education, and he'll talk to us a little bit about the importance of music in Lincoln Public Schools. And it is a point of emphasis. It's a program and a curricular offering and a co-curricular offering that people look at with very, very high expectations, but also with a lot of admiration. And so today is an exciting time for me to be here, but even more importantly, it's a great time of the year. It's a time when we celebrate thanks for the gifts that we've been given. Our students at East and again across the city have been spending the last couple of weeks, and will the last couple of weeks, trying to raise dollars and raise goods for people in need. There's been a lot of mitten collections and coat collections and monetary donations, and just wonderful acts of warmth that our students and our faculty have been putting forward in the community, because they know that not everybody is having an opportunity to celebrate the Christmas season in a way that they are, or the way that they wish that they could. So we have students that not only are very good at what they do, but they're also very giving of their time and of their treasures for others. So really proud to be a part of that, and certainly to have an opportunity to go to our high schools and our middle schools and watch our kids perform. From a Lincoln Public Schools perspective, we are obviously halfway through this year, and it's been a very challenging year for us at LPSDO. As you know, our board not very long ago voted to move our LPSDO facility back to its original location on 59th and O, with the caveat that we'll build a multi-story facility and we'll sell off that valuable property, frontage property on O Street, to developers. We're in the process now of working on some joint use developments and coming up with some exciting ideas. I think when it's all said and done, the Lincoln community will be very, very proud of what we're able to do. Next up for us is a program statement. Our board will be voting on square footage and exactly what programs over time we're going to move back. It's my preference that we get as many of our team members back under one roof as possible. While we've made this work, it has been difficult in terms of logistics and communication and coordination, having folks that work together for a lot of years, separated by probably 8 or 10 miles. Kudos to everybody that has experienced that, because I'm just so proud of our folks for their ability and their willingness to deal with that kind of separation and continue to deliver a wonderful product. Cleft Corn Elementary is under construction. People in the area are excited. We note that there are folks walking by on a daily basis, observing and critiquing the construction. They're on schedule. Weather is going to play a big part in that, but we expect that to open next fall. And Cleft Corn is already in the process of trying to get a handle on how many students are we going to have. We intend to have a large contingent of families that are interested in going to Cleft Corn. We've hired an exciting principal. Sue Braun is coming over to Cleft Corn. She's been a great principal for a number of years within the Lincoln Public Schools system, and she's very, very excited about opening up a new school. We're getting ready for the next budgetary season, and that's always a little bit of a challenge. We're still in the throes of a recession, at least as it relates to state aid and state numbers. Last year, we made a series of one-time cuts to get ourselves in compliance with our budgetary limitations and our levy limitations, and we know we're going to have to do some of that again this next year, but we're up for the challenge, and we believe that we're going to be able to use attrition attrition for the most part, and to look at some adjustments again, and just some of those things that really don't impact the classroom directly. But I don't want to mince words. This is a challenge for us, and honestly, as we look at the overall product that's being generated or from Lincoln Public Schools, we're very proud, and we want to make sure and ensure the integrity of that quality by making sure that we have resources where they can be most impacted. No secret to you, our numbers look very, very good in terms of overall enrollment. We're expecting another 400 to 500 student increase next year. Our academic achievement numbers are very, very strong. Not long ago, a state report card that was released indicated we had a 2% growth improvement in on-time high school graduation. And while 2% doesn't sound like a lot, I can tell you, in a system growing as rapidly as we are, with the free and reduced numbers that we have, and the students that possess needs, that's an amazing number, and due in no small part to the wonderful work that's occurring in our classrooms with our principals and our counselors, and in our community. We appreciate all the support and the help we get from the Greater Lincoln community. So as we think about the end of this year and gearing up for 2012, we continue to feel very, very blessed with where we are as a school district and a school system. We have a lot of tough decisions to make in the future, but I've noted in about 18 months on the job that there's a can-do spirit that exists in every one of our schools and throughout all of our district offices, and that is basically, we're going to work hard, we're going to stay on task, we're going to be excited about our strategic plan that's in the final stages of being adopted by our Board of Education. We're going to ask hard questions of ourselves in terms of, do we have to do it this way, or is there another way of thinking about something that perhaps could get us a better result? And we're going to stay focused on the individual student, because our goal is going to be, and always will be, that we'll never rest, but we definitely are not going to rest until all of our students are successful. We're very proud of our graduation rate, but until all of our students graduate either being career or college ready, we know we have a lot of work to do. So with that, I say thank you again for all of your great support and for coming out to our programs, watching our videos. And I would just say that for the rest of this holiday season and through the rest of next year, there are many, many great programs like you're going to have an opportunity to witness tonight, where you can get around young people who are doing things passionately and doing things at a very, very high level of attainment. And I can tell you that just not only warms your heart, but it motivates you to realize that the future of our country really is our young people. It may not appear that way right now, but just in a few moments, we're going to pack this Lincoln East auditorium with people that are very, very interested in hearing our kids perform. Tonight's performance is going to be with the vocal music performers of East High. And next week, we're going to have an opportunity to hear the instrumental participants, and putting on a gala show next week in the auditorium as well. We talk a lot in Lincoln about the great programs that we have and great opportunities that we have for kids, and tonight we're showcasing music. Music is an opportunity for kids to express themselves in so many ways, and we know that through their participation in music, they often have opportunities to work on communication skills, their reading skills, their writing skills, their performing skills. They develop a sense of confidence. They learn how to critically think. They work together as part of a team. It's really quite elaborate in terms of their experiences. With me this evening are two gentlemen who play key roles in the development of and delivery of music education at Lincoln East. First to my right is the chair of the music department, Del Whitman. Del, welcome, and tell us what's going on tonight.
Well, our vocal groups are going to be performing their winter concert. A couple of show choirs, some of the freshman choir, the singers. They'll top it off with a hallelujah chorus at the end, and grab some people from the audience to come up and join us. So they're going to put on a show here from what they've learned all semester long.
I have to tell you that. Thank you for talking about the audience participation. That's one of my deepest fears when I go to any of these concerts, is I'll be one that gets picked up. So you've been. Tell us about your experience here at Lincoln East, and how has the program evolved over time, and what kinds of activities do students engage in outside of this particular performance?
Well, we're very privileged at East to have tremendous support from parents, and that's really where it starts, where kids get an initial interest in music and supported, maybe private lessons or camps or just a lot of nurturing at home. And then they come here and they can sing, they can play in the orchestra, a very fine group, and a multitude of bands, jazz band, marching band. We also started some guitar classes for some kids who maybe don't fit in those other classes, and even some music technology. And so learning about the digital arena of music.
Outside of just class, music class, how many students would you say participate in the performance side of what they offer at what you offer at Lincoln East?
Well, we have over a third of the students participate in some way in the music classes here at East, and we're just really privileged. That's a high percentage, and we've been recognized actually across the state as a high percentage participation, and that's what's most important to us, is how many kids are into the music program.
I talked a couple of minutes about what students can gain from an opportunity to participate in a rich music experience. What would you add to that?
Something besides the music, which is fundamental. That's what we do. But a lot of the kids, what they'll remember are their friends and the people, and the new friendships they make maybe out of their first circle. They'll start to expand beyond grade level, beyond comfort zones. And they're going to remember those friends that they made on the marching band field or in that show choir or orchestral performance.
It seems like students who participate in music are friends for life, and I think the collegiality that you just described is very, very accurate. And the research is really pretty clear too. Students who participate in the fine arts do extremely well academically. There seems to be a real connection between the two.
Absolutely. And something else that sometimes we don't talk about is some of the aesthetics, some of the heartstrings and the beauty that they learn. A brief story that the orchestra enjoyed last year when they took their music outside of the school walls to Omaha, to the Westwards Mall, and they were playing a holiday piece actually called Bashana. It speaks of the Jewish New Year. And it's one of kids' favorite pieces, a beautiful melody that's not as familiar. And during that performance, a man came up to me as I was kind of watching at that time, and he was from Israel, and he was quite homesick at the time and just wanted to get to the mall to get around people because he felt so lonely. And when he heard that native music, tears came to his eyes, and he came up to us and shared with us how much that music meant to him, and shared that story with the students, and they got a little teary-eyed too. It's an incredible impact upon lives.
Thank you for sharing that story. That's a true human interest story, and it definitely speaks to the impact of music. To my left, another member of the great music team here at Lincoln East. This is Lance Nielsen, who works on the instrumental side. Lance, how long have you been at East, and exactly what kind of kids are you working with?
This is my 10th year at Lincoln East, and I get an opportunity to work with the marching band and the concert band, and they're just exciting kids to watch them, especially when they come in as freshmen. I think this is an opportunity for those freshmen to feel connected to the school and the climate of the school right away by being involved in the marching band, and then being able to watch them grow over the next 4 years. It's really an incredible experience.
We started our video series this fall, late summer, Lincoln Southeast, and had an opportunity to kind of start the marching band. And one of the things that struck me was how much fun the kids seem to be having. I mean, is that part of what you do in music?
Oh, it's definitely fun. And again, as Mr. Whitman had alluded to, the friendships, the connections they make with, not just with themselves as their peers, but with other people outside in their own performance venues, whether it's at a football game or a concert like tonight or next Monday night when we have the band concert here. It's those connections with people. And I think they enjoy sharing those opportunities of performing their music for other people.
And I've heard that scholarship opportunities are available for students who perform well and take it serious and want to move it to the next level.
Oh, definitely. We have a number of students. In fact, Lincoln East has been noted to have about 22 to 25 students in the Cornhusker Marching Band every year, which is just, it's exciting for us as teachers to see them take that next step into the collegiate career. Those students that do want to go on and perform at the collegiate level, there are opportunities for scholarships. Some of them become music majors, and I've known a lot of our students who have become music teachers, which is great.
So how did you become a music teacher?
Well, I was very motivated by my own high school band director, and it was about my junior year. I was drum major in my own high school band, and I just found that to be a wonderful experience, and I thought, this is something I want to do for a lifetime career, and that's kind of what. Then I went on to the University of Nebraska and had an opportunity there to work with a couple of bands, was a drum major of the marching band there, and I've been sold ever since.
I have a good friend back in Grand Island who is a diehard Big Red Husker fan. And no kidding, he gets up early enough every Saturday of a home game to go watch the marching band. And I think that there are a lot of folks in our state and across the country who value good music. And as for reasons that you talked about, Mr. Whitman, music really creates passion in people's minds. So one last question. Performance tonight, packed crowd when we're done here. You nervous?
Oh, no, sir. Excited. That's much more about it.
How about the kids? Do they get nervous?
Oh, you betcha. But they channel that nervous energy into excitement. That'll be terrific.
Gentlemen, thanks so much for being a part of it. And again, two great teachers who dedicate their lives to helping kids become successful and giving and working in a curricular area where they have an opportunity to express themselves in a multitude of ways. Thank you very much. Good luck tonight's performance and next week's performance.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much.
A program like this isn't a good program until we have an opportunity to speak to some of our students. So joining me today on my right is Brittany, on my left is Ethan, two members of the Lincoln East Show Choir, and I'm sure excellent students. They're seniors. They're in the midst of filling out scholarship forms and all the busyness that comes with being a senior, but they're going to take a couple of minutes and share with us some of the things that they're involved in. So we'll start with Brittany. Brittany, what drew you to music?
Well, I guess it started a long time ago when I was 2 years old, and we would have family karaoke nights, and it could be the middle of July, and I would sing Jingle Bells because it was the only song I knew the words to, and I guess I've just always loved singing. I started choir in 4th grade, and it's just been a part of me ever since.
Wow, that's awesome. Ethan, how about you?
Well, I started playing guitar when I was 7 years old, and playing the guitar just led me to playing instruments like piano and the drums, and then I got into singing also because, why not do both at the same time, right? And then I would just start taking choir classes and built from there.
So was music part of your family structure? Was it something that your parents participated in?
My dad played saxophone in high school, but other than that, it really wasn't. Like, I didn't grow up around music a lot. Just, yeah.
Okay, great. Brittany, how about you?
We're a family of singers. There's a lot of singers in my family, and we like to get together on the holidays and do the karaoke thing. So it's kind of the extent of the music in my family. We just like to sing, so.
So talk a little bit about tonight's show. What kind of time goes into preparing for something like this?
A lot of time. Basically, for the show choir at least, and also for Singers Concert Choir, we have spent all semester preparing this material for people to see tonight, so it takes a lot of time and effort to go into this.
How do you find time in a busy schedule? And I'm guessing you're taking a lot of our tough courses.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
You just got to make time. There are a lot of conflicting schedules, with kids who play sports and they swim and do speech, and it's hard. You can never really get anyone there at the same time, but you just got to work. You got to work through it, and it's tough.
So what other things are you involved in here at East?
To be completely honest, just music.
And that's probably enough because of the time commitment.
It really is. I'm doing a lot of music classes, and I'm in a lot of groups, so yeah.
Great. And Brittany?
My other big activity is the speech team, and so it's difficult to prioritize sometimes. You got to balance it out, and so they're both really important to me, so it's important that I balance out my schedule and make sure I can get all those things in.
So when the curtain opens and all those people are sitting out there and they're quiet and they're just waiting for the show to begin, are you nervous?
Not so much, because those lights are real bright and you can't see the audience very well, so you just kind of go to your own little world, and you have those butterflies, but only because you're excited. So.
Neat. How about you, Ethan? I'm guessing no.
Yeah, not at all. Just really excited. I just love performing. It's really fun.
So what part of performing is means the most to you? I mean, what do you like the most about the entire experience?
the impact it gives on other people. Strictly that, yeah.
And you clearly see that with the ovation that you'll get at the end of the show.
I would have to agree. One of the coolest things to see is when, you sing like a slow ballad with some really powerful words, and then you have audience members come up to you at the end and say, "That was really beautiful. You brought tears to my eyes." And that's the coolest thing about performing, is that I caused that. It's beautiful.
Yeah, that is beautiful. Last question. What, you're seniors, you're going to be moving on. What are your plans?
I'm going to be a music ed major at UNL and just continue with music, be in a lot of groups there, join the show choir at UNL, and hopefully teach high school.
Come back to maybe one of the Lincoln high schools.
You never know.
Awesome. We'll be watching your career.
I am going to stick with music throughout college. I plan to be a broadcast journalist major at UNL. So.
Awesome. Great. Well, two terrific students with really bright futures, and they're going to be part of our great performance tonight. And thank you to Ethan, and thank you to Brittany, and best wishes this evening, but even more importantly, best wishes the rest of this senior year and through the rest of your careers. I'm really pleased to have on our broadcast Ray Lowther, the supervisor of music for all of LPSDO. Gentlemen, I've had an opportunity to get to know a little bit just before the fire when we were all housed under the same roof. Ray, tell us about what you do for LPSDO, but before you do that, what's been your educational journey?
I've had a rich educational journey, and music has always been a part of my life since I was 4 years old, and it just seems like largely because of the public schools and that public school experience that doors opened, and I had really good mentors and good teachers that I'm just real indebted to, and it builds up to where I am today.
Why is music important for Lincoln Public School students?
Well, I think most importantly that it gives students an opportunity to belong to something that they're interested in, something that they can be proud of, something that they contribute to, and it's something that they can do individually, and it's also something they can do corporately as a group in a band or a choir or an orchestra. And we in Lincoln provide those opportunities for kids.
So let's talk just briefly. What we talked about vocal, we talked about instrumental, and my guess is the performance we're going to see tonight is going to be a select group at one point anyway. How would you describe those opportunities for kids? Because not everybody gets selected to the select group. So what would be a typical experience at a high school for a student, say, that shows up as a freshman that has an interest in music?
Well, and you've spoken of high school, and it's one thing that's good in Lincoln is that there's a lot of consistency, but yet each high school has unique offerings unto itself. Most of the students that come into our high school programs are coming with some sort of involvement in previous school programs, but also if there is a student in a Lincoln high school that hasn't really made that choice in music, there still is a place for them. Here at East, I think one of the richest things that we have is the opportunity for a student that maybe wasn't involved in band or choir, that they have an opportunity through a guitar class that isn't necessarily always a performing class, but it's a chance, again, as I said earlier, that something they can do individually and embrace. As well as something if they want to be in band or choir, they can have that entry level as well.
Two of our students that were on just previous to you were talking about how music began to touch their lives. One was 2, one was 7. When does it start in LPSDO? When do we begin to introduce kids to music?
We are really blessed. Or fortunate, I should say, in LPS, because every student in K through middle school has an opportunity through general music instruction to have a music experience that's taught by a certified music teacher, and I feel that's so important, especially in light of highly qualified teachers, and that's something that Lincoln has really made a commitment to. And with that foundation, then students have an opportunity in 4th grade and in 5th grade to have an entry-level experience in strings and in band, which then just catapults or develops as they enter into middle school and into high school. And then beyond that, we are really, I'm so proud of Lincoln on this, in that we have all city performing groups, 5 very high-quality performing groups from an all-city girls chorus to Pangea, which is a steel drum band, to a developmental sequence of the orchestra through the Youth Ensemble of Strings, Junior Youth Orchestra, and our own Lincoln Youth Symphony. It's just powerful, those type of experiences.
You know, thank you for sharing that. We truly do feel fortunate here in Lincoln. The arts are a very, very big part of what we do in terms of providing whole opportunities for students to develop their interests. Academically, we do extremely well, as evidenced by our achievement scores. But I think something that often goes unstated and unsaid is how well we do with helping kids develop character and how well they develop as individuals that are going to be part of a productive society, and music certainly plays a key role in that. 6 high schools, lots of middle schools, probably some elementary schools. How many holiday shows do you try to get to on average in a given year?
Oh, that's an interesting question. As many as I possibly can. And I will say, Dr. Joel, that sometimes I will be the first to admit, it's impossible to get to all of them. But I have found through the staff, when they let me know of their concerts, that sometimes I can't make an elementary program in the evening because, like tonight, there's the East program, and there are 3 other elementary programs that I'm aware of. But many times they have their dress rehearsals in the day. And if I can slip out during the day, I can kind of get to some of them. I'm not going to say most of them, but some of them.
Point being, there are a lot of opportunities this holiday season, next holiday season, throughout the entire school year, with all of our high schools and middle schools and music being such a vibrant part of what they do. Please take some time, visit a school, find out their schedule, go on our website, and pick an opportunity to go in and be passionately motivated by some of our great students who are being taught by some of the greatest teachers in America. Thank you for all you do, Mr. Lowther. Looking forward to tonight's performance and subsequent ones in the future.
Thank you, Dr. Joel.
As we often try to do with these community messages, we'd like to take an opportunity to showcase some of our great programs. Coming from Lincoln East today, we're just in anticipation of a wonderful holiday show. We had an opportunity to meet with Del Whitman and Lance Nielsen, 2 great teachers who talked an awful lot about how they connect kids to music and, quite frankly, to life. Met 2 students, Brittany and Ethan. You know, you just have to feel their energy. They're not nervous. They're excited. They can't wait to get out on the stage and really start working on their performance and getting people excited about the holiday season. And then we finished up with Ray Lowther, the supervisor of music education, who really told a story of the importance of music education in Lincoln Public Schools, but also in the development of young lives. And I think you'll see in a couple of minutes, as you have an opportunity to watch part of the performance, that the arts are alive and well in Lincoln Public Schools. We're indeed blessed and fortunate to have a community that places such a high priority on that, and for Lincoln to be able to attract the talent like the folks that we had an opportunity to introduce to you. So without much further ado, on with the show.
This has been a presentation of Lincoln Public Schools. A programming guide is online at www.lps.org.